very good morning to everyone who come join the 8th Annual General Meeting of Dynamic Holding Berhad. Let us welcoming our Board of Directors to the stage. Without further delay, I will pass the meeting to our chairman.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nur Farisha Mama Arifin and I'm the chairman of Dynamic Holding Berhad, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to this 8th annual general meeting of the company. Alright, I would like to introduce to you board of directors. At my left is our CEO, Datuk Fahira Afrina Jasmine, and followed by our independent non-executive director, Ms. Fariha Ilwani Muhammad Saleh. And at my right, our independent non-executive director, Datuk Nurul Fazira Muhammad Isa, and followed by our independent non-executive director, Datuk Muhammad Iqbal Muhammad Khair. And to our company secretary, Ms. Shazliana Shamsuddin. So, according to the company secretary, as pursuant to Section 147 of Companies Act 2016, 2 members personally present shall be a quorum at general meeting. I am pleased to confirm the presence of the requisite quorum at the commencement of the meeting. Shareholders of the shares lodged by their proxies within the stipulated time and holder of shares appointed the chairman to be their proxies. The requisite quorum being present, I hereby call the meeting to order. Before we consider the item of the agenda, I wish to inform you that the voting on all resolutions will be conducted by poll in compliance with the listing requirements of Bursa Malaysia Security Berhad. The polling process will be undertaken by the share registrar, and the poll result will be verified by Tricor Business Services Sendirian Berhad as the appointed independent scrutineer. The polling process for the resolutions will be conducted upon completion of the deliberation of all items on the agenda. Now we move to agenda item number 1, to receive and adopt the audited financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st December 2017 and the directors and auditors reported thereon. Datuk Fahira, please explain about the financial statement.
Thank you, Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, now I will explain about Dynamic Holding Berhad financial statement for the year 2017. The Companies Act 2016 stipulates that the company should submit certain information to shareholders at the annual general meeting. Revenue of the company for the year is 605.441 million, which increased compared to the last year basis, but the profit of this year is decreased by 112.10 million. The dividend per share decreased from 4 ringgit 25 cents to 3 ringgit 50 cents per share. In overall, the revenue is 605.4 million. Profit before tax is 24.3 million. Profit for the year 6.3 million. Total asset is 789 million and total equity is 374.3 million. Was calculated for this year basis. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, CEO. Since there is no further matter to be added in the motion, I shall now propose that the audited financial statement of the company for the financial year ended 31st December 2017 and the reported of the directors and auditors submitted to the meeting be and hereby received and noted. Can someone from the floor please second the motion?
I'm Amira. I second the motion.
Alright, thank you. Shall be pleased to deal with any question on the reports and accounts, if any. The audited financial statements were intended for discussion only as pursuant to provision of 340 subsection 1 subsection A of the Companies Act 2016 does not require a formal approval of the members, hence the statements will not be put to vote at the meeting. Okay, now we move to resolution number 1 to approve the payment of directors' fees amounting to 60,000 ringgit to the non-executive directors of the company for the financial year ended 31st December 2017. Is there any question from the shareholders? Okay, if no, I will then proceed to ask a member to formally propose the motion. May I have a proposer and a seconder to move the resolution that the director's fees totaling 60,000 ringgit payable for the year ending 31st December 2018 be and is hereby approved.
I'm Yusinda. I propose the motion.
Alright, thank you. Will another shareholder second the motion?
I'm Rafifa and I second the motion.
Alright, thank you. The determination of this resolution is by e-polling towards the conclusion of the meeting. The e-polling process will begin after all agenda of today's meeting have been discussed. Let's proceed to resolution number 2 to approve the director's meeting allowance of up to 34,700 ringgit for the period January 2018 until the next AGM of the company to be held in 2019 and payable after meeting in arrears. Is there any question from the shareholders? Okay, yes.
Hello, my name is Siti Nomaira. I have the questions. Why there is a thing called directors meetings allowance since previously they did not be paid to such allowance, so I want to know why.
Alright, thank you. So it is because the company has adopted the new Companies Act, which is in the 2016, that requires the director to be given the allowances according to section 230 of the Companies Act, 2016. Thank you. So I ask a member to formally propose the motion.
I'm Fatin. I propose the motion.
Thank you. Will another shareholder second the motion?
I'm Nur Shazana. I'm second the motion.
Alright, thank you. I shall be pleased to deal with any question in regard to the proposed motion. The determination of this resolution is by e-polling towards the conclusion of the meeting. The e-polling process will begin after all agenda of today's meeting have been discussed. Alright, now we move further to resolution number 3. To re-elect the director Ms. Fariha Ilwani Muhammad Saleh, retiring pursuant to company's constitution. The details and particulars of Ms. Fariha Ilwani Muhammad Saleh is set out in statement accompanying notice of annual general meeting as contained in page 5 of the annual report 2017. Section 340 subsection 1 sub B of the Companies Act 2016 require the re-election of directors to be voted on individually. Ms. Fariha Ilwani, is there anything you want to say? Alright.
Thank you, Chairman. So it is such an honor to be sit right in front here, and I would like to thank to all for re-elect me as the non-independent director in this big company. So I hope we can work together, and once again, thank you.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Fariha. I shall now ask a member to formally propose a motion that Ms. Fariha Ilwani Muhammad Saleh, retiring pursuant to company's constitution, be re-elected as a director of the company.
Okay, my name is Tersada. I'm propose the motion.
Alright, thank you. Will another shareholder please second the motion?
I want an idea. I'm second the motion.
Alright, thank you. The determination of this resolution is by e-polling towards the conclusion of the meeting. The e-polling process will begin after all agenda of today's meeting have been discussed. Proceed to resolution number 4 to re-elect the director Datuk Fahira Afrina Jasmine, retiring pursuant to company's constitution. The details and particular of Datuk Fahira Afrina Jasmine is set out in statement accompanying notice of annual general meeting as contained in page 5 of the annual report 2017. Section 340 subsection 1 subsection B of Companies Act requires the re-election of directors to be voted on individually. Dato, is there anything you want to say?
Yes, thank you, Chairman. It is an honor and a privilege to be appointed of Managing Director of Dynamic Holding Berhad. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato. I shall now ask a member to formally propose a motion that Dato Fahira Afrina Jasmine, retiring pursuant to company's constitution, be re-elected as director of the company.
I'm Faika. I propose the motion.
Okay, thank you. Will another shareholder please second the motion?
I'm Fatin. I second the motion.
Alright, thank you. The determination of the resolution is by e-polling towards the conclusion of the meeting. The e-polling process will begin after all agenda of today's meeting have been discussed. Alright, let us proceed to resolution number 5 to reappoint Datuk Nurul Fazira Muhammad Isa as a director of the company. Datuk, is there anything you want to say?
Okay, thank you, Chairman.
Alright.
Good morning to ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for appointing me as the director of the company. I believe that investor confidence should be and always will be protected as long as I still remain as the independent non-executive director of the company. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Datuk Fazira. I propose to move the resolution Datuk Nurul Fazira Muhammad Isa be reappointed as a director of the company. Now may I have a proposal, please?
I'm Nur Shazana. I propose to move the resolution of Datuk Nur Fazira reappointed as the director of the company.
Alright, thank you. May I have a seconder?
Mira, I second the motion.
Alright, thank you. The determination of this resolution is by e-polling towards the conclusion of the meeting. The e-polling process will begin after all agenda of today's meeting have been discussed. Okay, now we move further to resolution number 6 to reappoint Ms. Ernst & Young as auditors of the company until the conclusion of the next AGM and to authorize the directors to determine their remuneration. The auditors Ms. Ernst & Young have expressed their willingness to continue office. Will a member propose the motion that Ms. Ernst & Young and that the directors be authorized to determine their remuneration? May I have a proposal, please? Alright.
I'm Nur Afifah and I propose the motion.
Okay, thank you. Will another shareholder second the motion?
I am Nur Shafika. I second the motion.
Okay, thank you. I am pleased to deal with any question in regards to the proposed motion. The determination of this resolution is by e-polling toward the conclusion of the meeting. The e-polling process will begin after all agenda of today's meeting have been discussed. We now proceed to transact the special business of the meeting. Right now, we move further to resolution number 7, as special business to consider and, if thought fit, to pass with or without modification, the following ordinary resolution on the authority to issue and allot share pursuant to section 75 and 76 of the Companies Act 2016. Is there any question from the floor? Okay, if no question, I propose to move the resolution as set out in the notice of meeting. May I have a seconder, please?
I'm Nur Faika. I second the motion.
Alright, thank you. The determination of this resolution is by e-polling towards the conclusion of the meeting. The e-polling process will begin after all agenda of today's meeting have been discussed. Okay, now we move to resolution number 8 to propose renewal of shareholders' mandate for recurrent related party transaction of revenue or trading nature. Is there any question? Okay, if no question, I propose to move the resolution as set out in the notice of meeting. May I have a seconder now, please? Okay.
I'm Siti Nomaira. I second the motion.
Thank you. I shall be pleased to deal with any question that you may have. The determination of this resolution is by e-polling towards the conclusion of the meeting. The e-polling process will begin after all agenda of today's meeting have been discussed. Now let's take a look at resolution number 9 to propose renewal of authority for the company to purchase its own shares. Is there any question from the floor? Okay, if there are no questions, I propose to move the resolution as set out in the notice of meeting. May I have a seconder, please?
I'm Nur Shazana. I'm second the motion.
Alright, thank you. I shall be pleased to deal with any question that you may have in regard to the proposed motion. There being no additional question asked, the e-polling process will begin and after all the agenda of today's meeting have been discussed. Now we move to the other business. Okay, now we move to the other business to transact any other ordinary business for which due notice shall have given. Ms. Secretary, do we receive any notice in regards with any other business to be transacted in this meeting? Okay, there was no notice given in regards to any other business to be transacted in this meeting. So as the meeting has deliberated all the proposed resolution number 1 until 9, now it is time to determination of the resolutions by poll. The process of e-polling is expected to take approximately 30 minutes. I shall now call upon the company secretary to explain on the procedures for e-polling process. I would like to invite our secretary to read out the polling procedures.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chairman. I shall now explain on the procedure that need to be observed by all member, proxies and corporate representatives in regards to the e-polling voting. Tisco Investor Service Berhad as the share registrar of the company will be responsible in counting the vote, whereas the Tisco Business Service Berhad has been appointed as the scrutineer for today's voting process, whereby they are responsible in administrating the voting process and verify the poll result. Considering that the voting for today's meeting will be conducted electronically, no voting ballot is thus provided. Therefore, an e-polling device has been distributed to every person entitled to vote their respective shareholder attached to the device for the process of the e-polling. As for the voting process, each resolution that has been previously discussed in the meeting will be displayed on the screen in front for 1 minute when the members, proxy, corporate representatives are required to vote for. Please press the number 1 button for those who are in favour of the motion. Number 2 for those who are against the motion. Number 3 for those who wish to abstain from voting for the said resolution within 1 minute period given. The next resolution to be voted upon will be displayed after the 1 minute period allocated for the voting of the previous resolution has ended. The above procedure shall be repeated until all the 9 resolutions previously discussed in the meeting has been voted upon. The voting result for all resolutions will be counted and verified by the scrutineer before it's announced by the meeting by the chairman. I shall now pass the proceeding of the meeting back to the chairman so that the e-polling voting process can begin.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Shazliana. As the representative of the share registrar takes some time to count and tabulate the results of these resolutions, of these all 9 resolutions, which will be verified by the independent scrutineer. With the consent of the meeting, I declare that the meeting be adjourned 45 minutes for the counting of the votes and shall resume at 12 p.m. for the declaration of poll result in respect of the resolutions. I now have the pleasure to invite you for some refreshment. Ladies and gentlemen, will the meeting please come to order for the announcement of poll result. The result of the poll taken which have been verified by the independent scrutineer are known. I hereby declare the result for the poll as follows. For the resolution 1, to approve the payment of director fees amounting 60,000 ringgit to the 9 executive directors of the company for the financial year ended 31st December 2017, which the vote for with the 99.9% and the vote against with the 0.01%. I hereby declare that the resolution 1 is carried. So we move to resolution number 2 to approve the directors' meeting allowances of up to 34,700 ringgit for the period of January 2018 until the next AGM of the company to be held in 2019 and payable after meeting in arrears. So for resolution 2, that vote for represent that 91.20% with the vote against for only 8.8%. I hereby declare that resolution 2 is carried. And now we move to resolution number 3 to re-elect the director Fariha Ilwani Muhammad Saleh, retiring pursuant to company's constitution, which vote for with 93.54% and vote against with 6.46%. I hereby declare that the resolution 3 is carried. Now let's take a look at the resolution number 4 to re-elect the Dato Fahira Afrina Binti Jasmine as director, retiring pursuant to company's constitution, which represent vote for about 95% with the vote against for 5%. I hereby declare the resolution 4 is carried. And now let's move further to resolution number 5 to reappoint Dato Nurul Fazira Muhammad Isa as director of the company. The vote for this resolution 5 with 93%, 93.55%. Meanwhile, the vote against with the 6.45%. I hereby declare the resolution 5 is carried. And now we see the resolution number 6 to reappoint Ms. Ernst & Young as auditor of the company until the conclusion of the next annual general meeting, and to authorize the director to determine their remuneration. So the resolution 6 that vote for with the 95.78% and the vote against only 4.22%. Hereby declare the resolution 6 is carried. And now we move to resolution number 7. A special business to consider and, if thought fit, to pass with or without modification of the following ordinary resolutions on the authority to issue and allot share pursuant to sections 75 and 76 of the Companies Act, that the vote for carried the 94.04%, with the vote against with only 5.96%. I hereby declare the resolution is carried. And I'd like to move further to the resolution number 8 to propose renewal of shareholders' mandate for recurrent related party transaction of revenue or trading nature. So resolution 8 represent the vote for 87.70%, with the vote against 12.83%. I hereby declare resolution 8 is carried. And then we move to the last one, resolution 9, to propose renewal of authority of the company to purchase its own share. So resolution 9 that vote for with 99%, with the vote against only 1%. I hereby declare the resolution 9 is carried. I shall now conclude the business of the meeting. I would like to thank all members, proxies, and corporate representatives for your attendance and participation in today's meeting. I now declare that the 8th Annual General Meeting of Dynamic Holding Berhad is closed with a vote of thanks to the Chair.
I am Shazwani, Chairman. I propose a vote of thanks to the Chairman of the Board.
Alright, thank you.
I'm Isinda, I'm second motion.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you to the Board of Directors. It's such a pleasure to have time with them. I now have pleasure to invite all Board of Directors for some refreshment.
Pasa la juca si no le voy a dar con esa. Y la cosa suena ra.